Hey, it's Nick with Us versus Herd. Now, I know today's video is probably not going to be the most popular video that I've done. Probably going to catch a lot of flack for it, but I felt like it needed to be said that Robinhood literally is the worst broker for options trading. Literally. No doubt in my mind. And people are going to say, I've heard pretty much every excuse there is regarding this is, oh, well, it's free commissions. The interface is so easy to use. It's where I originally started. I don't want to go somewhere else. I that's where I learned how to start trading. So I want to be loyal. And listen, all that stuff is true. But at the end of the day, Robinhood, it's apparent. I'm going to go through some things here. Robinhood, I don't think they really care about their customers. They don't really care. And I know that in 2020, definitely they signed up a lot of accounts due to the pandemic. People weren't able to do online betting due to no sports, and trading became the new thing to do. And the new accounts exploded. And outside of what I'm about to show you, personally using Robinhood, the executions are slower, bid ask is wider, margin is a lot more money. The app, if you've used any other broker, the app is not good. And like I always say, you're only as good as the tools that you have. And if it's free, how good are you really going to have it? It's a free app. They don't charge anything for commissions. Where are they making their money? Definitely the back end. You got to think about that. Where are they making their money? They don't just do it because people don't show up to work because they feel good. They show up to work because they want to make money. Now, the problems really started to escalate. I felt this way a long time about Robinhood because I just see time and time again how many traders lose money on the platform due to slow executions, Robinhood locking them out, Robinhood not able to contact support. And I'm going to go through some stuff here, and you're going to see Robinhood support basically non-existent. So if you want to pay the small commissions through Tastyworks, and now other brokers like TD Ameritrade, Schwab, all lower their commissions way down, people are like, well, I don't want to pay commissions. Like, would you rather lose $5,000 or pay commissions? Would you want, when you pick up the phone, do you want somebody you can talk to? When you're trading options, I think that Robinhood doesn't do a good job of exposing what risk you have. And if they're trying to get all these new traders, they should explain to them, do some training on what the real risks are. And they don't have any of that. They just say, hey, here's your account. Good luck. Have a blast. Hope your account goes to zero. So I'm gonna go through some things here. Started out in March. Things got real rocky. Robinhood's been bad for a while, but 2020 has definitely been a highlight for how bad Robinhood has been getting. So Robinhood started back in March. The app was down for an entire day. The app was down for an entire day. You're like, I don't understand. I saw people in our community, the UVH fam, people were losing money left and right. Just because they couldn't access their accounts at all. The outage came just as the market rebounded from one of the worst weeks since the financial crisis. So if you remember, during the pandemic, we crashed. The market literally was obliterated. And then on the recovery, Robinhood crashed and didn't allow people to exit their positions, which was, a catastrophe. People weren't able to take gains. So they weren't able to lock it in. And then if people were still short the market, they weren't able to get out. And if you guys like the content already, hit the like button here. And if you want to join the UBH fam, our community, link is below in the description to our Discord and our options trading group on Facebook. So getting back into it, they weren't able to close it out. They weren't able to close out their trades. And then, so this was on March 2nd. Then again on March 5th, 3 days later, they were down again. And then again, the same week, March 9th, Robinhood crashes for the third time. As stocks dropped to their lowest point in over a year, traders who rely on the Robinhood app to buy and sell were once again left on the sidelines. What more do you need? They had 3 outages in a row. What more do you need? Do you feel comfortable having your money there? You got to ask yourself that. Do you feel comfortable having your money there? Like personally, for me, I do not. I won't put, I wouldn't put a major amount of money in. Like, I just want to trade stocks. Well, if you just want to buy and hold stock, that's fine. But our community is mostly about options trading. And when you're options trading, you need to be able to get in and get out of trades when you feel that you need to, because options trading, as you know, or if you don't know, it's very time sensitive. You could have an options contract expire tomorrow, could be expiring next week, could be expiring next month, but it doesn't really matter. It matters is when you want to press buy or sell, you want to get in or out of that, because you're going to incur massive amounts of losses. And Robinhood, they're not doing anything about it. And then it went down again in August. So we're talking about 4 major outages within a year. And I'm not talking about like a little bit. I'm talking about major outages. So this one was back in August 31st, 2020. So it was over the summer. So, from March to August, 4 outages, 4 major outages. So, I mean, it's just bad. It's just overall bad. Then on top of that, recently, Robinhood users say their accounts were looted, no one to call. And this is what I always tell people is when you get into a situation that maybe you don't understand, like, hey, why does my account say I'm up a lot of money? Why does it say I'm down a lot of money? What is the situation? It's always nice to have a phone call with your broker and say, hey, what's going on with this trade? Was I assigned? I don't know. Maybe you don't understand it. And their job is to assist you because you're the customer and walk you through what went right, what went wrong, and where you may have any questions. But Robinhood, they don't have anyone. You have to email support. You have to hit up their Instagram. I mean, the whole thing is bad. It says it took Soraya a day to learn that 450 shares of Moderna had been liquidated in her Robinhood account, and that 10,000 in withdrawals were pending. But after alerting Robinhood to what she believed was a theft in progress, she received a frustrating email. The firm wrote it would investigate and respond within a few weeks. I mean, they're trying to withdraw money. They sold off 450 shares, and Robinhood says, yeah, you know what? We'll get to it in a few weeks. Like, that alone would tell me, like, they don't care about the customer. Robinhood does not care about you. On top of that, I mean, other people here, there was, I'm not sure, I was going to call him Mr. Rao. A Chicago software engineer said his account was hit on October 6, 2020. His bet on Netflix was liquidated and $2,850 was soon withdrawn. He said $2,850 was soon withdrawn. He said he sent more than a dozen emails to Robinhood's customer support address, and that he even tried messaging some of the brokerage's executives on LinkedIn. He's saying, I'm in tremendous mental stress right now because this is all of my savings. He's 36 years old, whose account was frozen by Robinhood in response to the fraudulent activity. He said Robinhood contacted him on Friday and unlocked the account after sending several emails, which, I mean, he didn't have any money in there anyways. And Rao showed Bloomberg the same emailed response from Robinhood that Bulgari received. We understand the sensitivity of your situation and will be escalating the matter to our fraud investigations team. Please be aware that this process may take a few weeks and the team working on your case won't be able to provide constant updates. So not only is he under extreme stress that he got his money taken away, money stolen, I mean, these accounts are getting hacked. Robinhood accounts are getting hacked, and Robinhood is not doing anything about it. I know that, when they had the outages go down, they were giving people that lost thousands of dollars. It's like, oh, here's, a free month of Robinhood Gold, which is like a slap in the face. It's worse than a slap in the face. I mean, it's just like, it's super, super, super insulting. I don't understand. Bill Hurley, who owns a metal fabrication shop in Windsor, Connecticut, said he received notification that stock in Bitcoin had been sold from his account on September 21st, and that $5,000 was transferred to another account in 2 transactions. He said he emailed Robinhood for assistance while the transactions were pending, but received none. I mean, this is ridiculous. People's hard-earned money is at risk. When you put money in somewhere, you expect it to be safe. And Robinhood says there's nothing they can do. There's nothing they can do. On top of that, I mean, this is what we're talking about is they're not educating the risk of trading. You know, back over the summer, June 2020, a trader took his own life because his account balance was showing a 730,000 negative balance. And he didn't understand the risks of options trading or when there's assignments. And, you know, as an options trader, you know that maybe you might be assigned a call, maybe you might be assigned a put, and maybe you had a spread on and you have another call or another put that you were long to offset the charges. And sometimes your account doesn't necessarily reflect that because when things are in process, things are going, usually by Monday, he's good to go. But Robinhood showed that he was down $730,000 and he got freaked out. And, you know, they need to do a better job of explaining this to the users, because if you're going to target users that don't know how to invest or don't know how to trade, you need to have some sort of training program that educates these people. You know, you need to be educated when you're investing, especially options. If you're buying and selling a stock, the risks aren't that bad. But options trading, you need to educate your user base. And this is the worst thing that you can imagine happen, is someone taking their own life because they didn't understand what the situation was. This was all for nothing. And all this stuff's happening in the same year. I mean, this is wild. He was confused over the negative balance. I mean, I don't even know what to say. I mean, this alone should make you want to close your account. I mean, for me, honestly, I would, if I was trading on Robinhood and I learned about this, I would instantly close my account. You know, they said that Robinhood didn't have the foresight to think this might happen. I mean, I agree, maybe, but you're dealing in a pandemic. People are very sensitive right now. There's a lot of depression going on, and when you throw money into the mix and you're showing someone you're down almost $1 million, I mean, you don't know what people are going to do. You don't know what people are going to do. I just want to scroll through here. It says, man, I just can't believe it. And then Robinhood, people, you can kind of see that the masses are getting upset. I mean, people are even now showing up. This was as of July. This was back in July. Frustrated traders are showing up to California, Robinhood's California headquarters. It's not actually bulletproof. They did clarify that the glass is not bulletproof, but is a more widely available protective barrier. So people are frustrated, and we're gonna go through some Reddit responses here. And there is, as you guys know, on the internet and Reddit, I mean, people have lost a lot of money, and there's a lot of people in the UBH family that had a lot of questions about it. They were like, I'm not sure about Robinhood, and they, unfortunately, what I want to say is people just don't want to take other people's advice. Like this, most people for this video, they're going to say, hey, you know what? I'm just going to keep doing what I'm going to do until it takes that event to push you over the edge. And this is what some of these events were, right? One of this guy right here, he wanted to let people know what was his experiences. Was submitted about a year ago on Reddit. You can go on Reddit, read all the horror stories you want about Robinhood. I'm just going to highlight a couple here real quick. But he said on December 12th, logged into his Robinhood account to sell some of his near-term profitable call options and hedge the rest with put options. To my horror, I see a message in the app stating that my account had been closed, and was also receiving a failure message when I tried to sell these profitable options and purchase put options. I sent an email to Robinhood support requesting immediate support, as these options were time sensitive. I called their support number, which directed me to their email support. Later that day, I received a message from their support team stating they had an outage and had disabled my options trading and not actually closed my account. Like, what's going on here? I asked them to reach out to me immediately as my options were losing value. I received another mail stating outage and apology, blah, blah, blah. This is as I sat watching my profits evaporate. And this is a very common thing. People, especially when you got locked out earlier this year, people are watching their accounts go up or down in value and not able to do anything about it. So this guy watched his profits just go away. He says, I sent in the afternoon after the stock had lost all its momentum, I received a mail stating options trading is now available again. This is after I missed out on thousands of dollars. So again, how much are free commissions worth it to you? Especially for this guy. He missed out on thousands of dollars. People are down multiple thousands of dollars because they weren't able to enter or exit positions. He says, I sent them another email asking them for plans on compensating me. They reply with an apology and they will offer a 3-month free Robinhood Gold as though that would compensate my loss. They also stated that they do not cover the losses I incurred. Apparently an email apology covers thousands of dollars loss. So like I said before, they just throw on 3 months of Robinhood Gold in hopes that they can win over the customer. They don't care. They don't care about you. Any other broker, you pick up the phone, you talk to them, they care for the most part. I mean, there are some that are not good, which we'll make videos about them. But for right now, Robinhood. So just be mindful. You can go on and read this whole thing. Another one, it said during their outages in March, they executed trades for me hours after the trades were canceled, resulting in a $2,200 loss. Because what happened is when the outage happened, they rolled back. They actually submitted people's orders. I don't know how they actually did this, but when they had the outage back in March, people submitted orders that weren't able to go through. They actually honored those orders, even though that may not have benefited the customers. I have screenshots of everything and have attempted to contact a live person at the company every day for the past 45 days with no luck. They offered me $75 for my troubles. So this guy's suing them. Obviously, there's a lot of lawsuits going on. So you can research this, but I hope I made my point clear. That Robinhood doesn't care about their customers. They're literally the worst broker for options trading on the planet. There's no question in my mind. So if you have a Robinhood horror story, leave a comment below. Let me know what it is. And as always, stay safe, stay green. It's us versus herd.